Hey there, folks. Foggy here. Welcome to day 192 of my year of solo board gaming, considered by many to be ill-advised and stupid. And we are going to be playing underwater cities for a few days. I've got the base game set up here with all the original components. In underwater cities, you are attempting to build your own little underwater city area. You're attempting to basically build not just cities but also tunnels, and then things that will help with production like little laboratories and desalination plants and kelp factories. And you'll get bonuses if you reach certain areas, and you'll have 10 rounds to do so. Along the way, you'll be completing projects of the type shown here. Each of these projects, and I love this system, have a color of either green, red, or orange. And when you take an action, you pick one of these spots around the board. There's 12 spots total on the solo player side, and you pick one. And if your card matches that color, then you not only do the action that's shown here, but then you also do get the benefit from the card. So, for example, if I played this one here, I would get to, if I could pick this up, advance on the Federation track onto, and then also get this permanent benefit. If I were to instead play this orange card here, I'd get the Federation benefit, but I wouldn't be able to do anything with the card. And so you really want to match the color. In the solo version of the game, you'll be playing up against an AI that just simply will go around the track. You'll start in the rightmost position of each spot, and then on each turn, you'll move these things one over. And there are 12 spots on the board, so as soon as the second era begins, there are 3 eras to the game. After 4 rounds, you'll go to this spot here. This will go to this spot here, which basically just, same thing. There are a total of 10 rounds. There's 4 rounds in the first era, 3 in the second, and 3 in the third. The goal of the game is to get 7 interconnecting cities, and as well as 100 points. So you have to pretty much lap all the way around the board. Now, most of your points are going to come at the end of the game, but you'll get some points as the game goes on. You're also starting off with a personal assistant. That's this little dolphin here, and you'll get to activate that dolphin once for each era. And there are, again, 3 different eras. So, and when you activate an action card, anything with an A like that, you'll turn it 90. I turn it 180 degrees. They say 90 degrees. I go 180 because I'm a rebel. You also start off with a little bit of stuff: 2 credits, 1 steel, 1 kelp, one science. There's also some additional material that will help you make better cities, tunnels and laboratories, desalination plants, and kelp, as well as the credits. You'll have 3 decks here. This is not how the game sets it up, but this is how I like to set it up, just to keep things concise. You have Era 1 cards, Era 2, and Era 3 cards. So you'll have a mix of those at the end of the game. And the other thing that you need to know is that I mentioned the Federation track here. Occasionally you'll see these little world symbols with little leaves on them. For example, like there's a bonus here that you can get for 2. There's, if you build here or here, sometimes cards will give them to you. If you get bonuses on the Federation track, you reset them at the end of the round. You'll get whatever is listed here. But then if you don't make any advancement on the Federation track, then you have an additional spot that will be blocked off at random. So you'll draw a card, and that will help you determine which spot gets blocked off. And that's what this little piece here is for. That's for blocking off. So if I find out that is blocked as well, that's a bummer. You can only use each spot once, so that's something to keep in mind. The different cards are going to be like these little lightning bolt cards are instantaneous actions. So if I did have this action card used, and I played this, I would get to reactivate it. If you have an A, when you play this card, it joins your set of action cards that you can play each era, and you can only have 4. So if you've got 4 already in play, and you play another one, you have to get rid of 1. You can get rid of your personal assistant at some point. You can get rid of a card that has already been used too. So you also have these permanent benefit cards. They're the ones with the little infinity symbols on them. When you play them, they just simply create a new effect that takes place for the remainder of the game. Era 1 is definitely the least powerful. Era 2 are more powerful. Era 3 are the most powerful because they need to be for the balance of the game. Finally, you have some specials here. These specials, these ones you can just simply go through. You have a whole deck of them here. Most of them will affect either production or scoring, and I'll explain that in a moment. These are special 3 credit cards, and they take 3 credits to activate, but they are available for the end game scoring. These ones are usually 1 to 2, and they'll just simply cost something to make active, so that instead of just simply playing them, you also have to play 2 credits. that becomes part of your tableau. But this little gear symbol is part of production as opposed to the stopwatch, which is scoring. The way that the game will work is that we're going to play four rounds, and when we get to the end of the fourth round, we do our little production where basically the things in our city will produce things, and then we'll start the second era where we'll start going from this deck. And then after 3 more rounds, we'll do another round of production, and then we'll start drawing from this deck. And once we go here, we'll do 1 more round of production, and then finally we'll do our overall scoring, which will determine how successful that we were. I love this game, and yet I have yet to beat it once, and I've played this game a lot. Some time ago. I've played this game a lot some time ago, and unfortunately I've never beaten it, and yet I still am just gravitating towards this game. The cards are murky, a lot of repetitive images too. Like you're going to get really used to some crazy woman who's like pointing out something on it's like Lisa Simpson in that meme where she's like standing on a stage. It's like that. And you're just going to get really familiar with that image. Same with the person here who's handing off a briefcase to somebody else. Same with the person doing the little speech. There's going to be one person in their office just sort of looking like Ming the Merciless, sipping a tea. The last thing that we have to do is we have to set up our city here. We've got our starting city already in place, but we do need a set of these tiles. We need 1 yellow and 2 blue. I've sort of set them aside because there are 4 boards that you can work from. We're starting with the 5th one. We'll go through all 4, and then we'll do the new Discoveries version. So this is probably going to be 8 games total. If you want to skip ahead in the playlist, if you're catching this 8 days from now, this is going to be our final stage, our final portion. These 2 are going to be our little starting cities, and I've set them up so that we don't have any repeats. So that'll be good. I think I have a bug bite. There's one of these yellows that you cannot use. It's got like a cities on it or something like that. You ignore that one because the part of your end game requirement is that you have to have 7 cities, so it doesn't really make sense for that to be the scoring as well. In this case, our scoring is going to be, looks like each tunnel is going to be 3 points. We'll get you 3 points. We're going to set this one up over here. This is an instantaneous benefit of 3 federations plus 1 credit. And then this one over here is going to give us a production. That's important to know. This is an instantaneous credit of 1 federation plus a production of 2 points, provided it is connected. So we probably kind of want to get up here first. As much as this will be nice, getting up here first means we could get a potential 6 points out of that. I'm just going to check this other. Yeah, this is at the end of the game, score 3 points for each metropolis connected to your network. This includes the brown and blue metropolises you started with, as well as any metropolis tile you may have gained during the play. So that'll be these 3, so you'll get a potential 9 points. Because these are cities, but these are metropolises. And then there are some other metropolises that you might get over the course of the game. There's an important thing to note here about symbology. There are going to be cards here that have sort of a greater than sign. And what that means is that the presence of the thing on the left will lead to the presence of the thing on the right. So when you upgrade a tunnel, you get 1 steel plast. You don't have to trade the tunnel for a steel plast. Whereas something like this, pay 1 steel plast to build 1 tunnel, that's a solid triangle. So that means that you will pay 1 steel plast to get 1 tunnel, and so on. And that's pretty much it. I think we're going to go ahead and get started. This is our starting hand. You start off by drawing 6 cards, and then you pick whichever cards you think are going to help you out. Now, I think this is one I definitely wanted to start with. I'd kind of like to start with, you kind of want to go with 1 for each color. So I want a green, I want an orange, and I kind of want a blue. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for Sale of Technology here, because I think that's going to be a better card than this. Mostly because I'm not sure how many cities we're going to build a second laboratory for, so we'll put these over the discard. So this will be our opening hand. I think the first thing that I'm going to do is I kind of want to play this action card, and I think what I want to do is I want to go over here. I want to get this action card underway. So we are going to go here. And you can do this in any order. You can do the card and then these, or these, then the card, and you can do these in any order. So you can do the action, then the pieces, or you can do the pieces, then the action. We're going to go ahead and activate our action card first. We're going to go ahead and get 1 credit for this. In addition, we're also going to get 2 things that are not identical. We're going to grab 1 science and 1 steel. Now we can, because this is the card that we played, we can activate this action, which is to undo that. So basically we got a free action out of it. Okay, so that's the first round. First turn of the first round, I should say. The second thing that we want to do is we want to take a look and figure out if we want to, I think we're going to go red here. We're going to go, oh, and we have to draw a card. At the end of each turn, no matter even if you have more than 3 cards, you will go ahead and you'll go ahead and draw. So even if I had 5 cards, I would draw 1 more card and then draw back down to 3. So I think as my second action, I'm going to do this over here. I'm going to do a tunnel, and I'm going to go, I'm actually going to go this way. It's the same number of tunnels, but I kind of want to build this city first because this city will allow me to get a Federation point. So we're going to get our first tunnel down. For their tunnel, this helpful sheet over here, which I think you can see, shows you, well, you can't see it that well because this is such a big game, everything is in the distance. So I'm going to hold this up to the light. Hopefully this will be clearer. There we go. And for a tunnel, you're going to need 1 steel and 1 credit. Now, I'm not playing strategically. I'm playing as if I want to finish this game quickly, because these games do take a while. So we'll do it like this. This means this city is now connected to over here. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that and that. In addition, we can take another action. Now, to build an actual city, we're going to need 2 steel, 1 food, and 1 credit. So I'm going to activate this action again here. I didn't even actually indicate what I'm doing with that. So we're going to activate this and get a steel out of it. And then I'm going to go ahead and activate the action on the card, which is to trade 1 of these sciences for 2 food. Now, you'll need food in the production era to feed your cities. So if you have more cities than food, you could potentially hurt yourself really badly, like lose points sort of badly. All right, for our last action, we will go ahead and take full advantage of this because I know this is going to get occupied in the next round, but I also don't want this this fourth block to be fourth thing to be blocked off. We will go ahead and activate this. This is, oh, and I forgot to draw an extra card. All right. So Biomech Construction Crew, once per turn when you upgrade a tunnel, gain 1 steel plus. That's a good thing to have now, because that will mean as we are upgrading these tunnels, they will become more powerful. We also get 2 Federation points, so we'll climb up to here. We get a credit out of that, and we draw a card. This is now the end of the 3rd round. So the 3rd round is now, the first round is over. We're going to go ahead and take these away. We managed to get some Federation points, so we're not going to worry about that. And we're going to slide everybody else clockwise 1 spot. All right, now we're going to go ahead and begin, and pretty much I think what we're going to start with is building this city. Now, I kind of wish I had a green card that was better for this, because I don't really have anything that would allow me to... I'm wondering if it might be better. Yeah, I think the orange one is actually better. Okay, yeah, we're going to go for that orange over there. So we're going to go for this one. This is build a city. I'm just going to make sure that this is correct. Build a city and then build a farm. And I am just making sure that that is the case. Build 1 city and 1 building. Okay. So we're going to build a city and a building. We're going to use this orange card to do it, and that is an always effect, so that is going to now be in place. If this one, the effect of this one is when you choose an action slot that does not match your card, gain 1 card. This effect does not apply when you choose the always available slot. We can ignore the always available slot. We're not using it this time around. It doesn't apply to solo play. So this means that if we were to play this green on top of this red over here, we would still get a benefit from it. We're going to go ahead and build a city. The city is going to take 2 steel, 1 food, and 1 credit. We're going to take these lovely little plastic things, and we're going to put one over here, and we automatically get one federation out of this. Now that means on the next turn we don't have to worry about that pesky federation thing. We're also going to go ahead and build a farm. Now the cost to build a farm is 1 food, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to take one of these green little things, and we're going to set it up here. I feel like we may as well have this a little bit more centrally located. It doesn't really make a difference, but the more you can build around one building before you move on to the next, the better. That cost us 1 food. I think I put the food in. I think I traded the food in already. I'm hoping I did. And I think that's it. Now we're going to go ahead and play a card, or draw a card. We have a production card. This will actually just simply give us a steal when we come to production. That's good to know. So now what we can do is we can upgrade. You may pay 1 credit to upgrade 1 of your farms. Now I can't really do a city, unfortunately. What I could do is I could use a science to upgrade. And if I upgrade the tunnel, I'll actually get a steal out of that. That's actually really helpful. This also wants me to go ahead and get a laboratory. The laboratory requires steel as well, so we need a way to get steel, essentially. But right now we're not going to get it. So I think what I want to do, since I don't have an action that I can do, I am going to go ahead and use this. I'm going to get 2 cards. That'll give me some better options here. We'll get 2 cards. We got Lobbyist and we got Federal Grant. That's good to know. All right. Then we can use a science. We could also just simply get a food for that, but we're not going to. We're going to upgrade. We're going to upgrade the tunnel. The science allows us to do that without having to worry about paying the extra cost there. At least I think that's what that. Because repeat after me, it's been a while since I played this game. Yeah, use 1 science and you can advance a structure. And since we advanced a tunnel, we are going to gain 1 steel blast, which is the official name of that. Finally, we can do the card, which is you may pay 1 credit to upgrade 1 of your farms. We'll go ahead and do that. And to upgrade any circular building, you simply place a second one on top of it. That is now an upgraded farm. All right, this will go into the trash. We draw 1 more at the end of our turn. And now we have to make a decision about what we want to do here. So for the desalinization, I kind of like this Lobbyist, except it's very, very edge case. We should also get around to, by the way. So I think I'm going to get rid of it. I think I'm going to get rid of this edge case scenario here. This will provide me with 1 food now, and this will provide me with 3 steel plants, provided I play in the next 2 rounds. I'm going to keep this this red one. So these are the 3 cards I'm sticking with for my final turn. I may build a desalinization plant, pay the cost as usual. For the desalinization, it's 1 credit. There's not much else I can do. I can't really do, of the orange cards, I can't do that because I don't have an action to actually kick in. And I can't do the 2 tunnels. That'll require 2 steel and 2 credits. So my guess is I probably want to play the, kind of want to get elements. I want to get elements here. And I don't have any elements to play. If I had 1 more steel, I could do 1 more city. I could do this to basically get a special card, but I don't think that's going to be that helpful. Over here, I could do this to get a lab, either 2 food places or 2 labs, and unfortunately, neither of those are really things I need to do. Kind of at a loss as to what to do here. I feel like the orange one is probably my best bet, just so that I get the different pieces. It just sucks that I don't have anything to work with as far as that goes. So I think, so what I really want is I want that spot with the 2. I think I'm going to hold on to this for the next turn, and then that way I can play that there to get the 2 steel and 1 kelp, right? I think for now, what I'm going to do is play this over here, this orange card over here. I don't get to do anything with the A, unfortunately, but I do get two pieces that are different. I'm going to take a science and a steel, and I'm going to build a desalinization plant, and I'm going to build that around here. All right, and so then that'll go there. We draw one card at the end, and it's a red. So now we're going to advance this to the third round. We're going to take all our pieces back. We're going to advance everything around Y1. We achieved one federation, so we can get rid of that. All right. So I definitely want to go for those pieces over there. I'm going to play this this activation card. I think I'll play this over here. It's a production card, so I'm going to put that off a little bit off to the side so we can get some more steel and some more food. Draw a card to replace it. Got a lobbyist that's going to give us a bunch of stars. I almost kind of want to, I feel like I want to play it there just so that I can get all the way up. I think I'm gonna. It's a horrible idea. I'm not sure why I'm doing it, but we're gonna play that there. And then that puts me all the way at the top. So I get everything that's here. I get one star, I get one steel, I get 1 point, which is huge. And then that gets discarded. All right, it's another green. If you have at least one connected upgraded salinization plant, gain one biomatter. That, I think, yeah, okay. So we do want to do that over here. We're going to play that on this right here. I need to make sure I'm keeping my cards in the right spot here. Actually, what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll just keep these over here. Try to play this as best I can and keep this visible. All right, so we're doing this here, and we can do this in any order. So first of all, I'm going to use my science to upgrade my desalinization plant. Now, I think the rule is that you have to do everything on this first, then the card, or the other way around. So I can't upgrade this, then do the thing that's on the card, then go back over here. But I do get two cards out of this. It's another red. Ooh. Actually, that's a good one. It's a really good one. Ooh, I'm excited. All right, and then we're going to, because we do now have an upgraded desalinization plant, we're going to get one biomatter. And biomatters are really useful for creating advanced cities. And in fact, we have almost enough to create an advanced city. We just don't have, we're missing one credit for that. But that is everything that we can do there. We'll draw another card, and then we'll make a decision about which way to go. I don't think we don't have two connected laboratories. We don't have one connected laboratory. And I don't think we're going to go for... I think we'll get rid of this. I don't think it's really going to make a difference. I'm not really wild about either of them. Okay. So now what I was hoping is that eventually we'd get over here for this, but we're not going to get that far. We can't build more tunnels. Both the tunnels are blocked off right now. We could build another city, but it wouldn't be connected to our city. We could build another plant. I kind of want to do this and invite investors. We're on the third round right now, so this is a perfectly good time to play it. So we're going to play that. That becomes part of our action set. We're going to use this spot over here. Or did I? I'm sorry, this was the end of the round. I'm an idiot. These all go away. We're on round 4. There we go. Okay. So now that I've got my brain back, we're going to go ahead and build. I think we're going to build a tunnel, and we're going to activate this card. I'm trying to think of the best way to do that. So if I'm looking at the cities here, I could build a city right now, except I need credits to do that. I need 1 credit. Can I get a credit anywhere? I could if I went up by 2. But ideally I'd want the laboratory and... So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this action card over here. No, because I really want the city first. We do reset all the way down to here. We're going to go ahead and play on here first so I can get the extra credit because I need that for the city. God damn it. All right, so which means we're going to have to play that, and we take back our orange card. I don't do anything with this green card. It doesn't really matter, unfortunately. We don't get anything in return for that, but we do get the 2 there and one of these. When you build the second of 2 farms on the same turn, advance 1 space on the Federation track. Ooh, kind of like that. But what I think I want to do is I want to play this action card here, invite investors, and I want to use this spot here. I want to build a city, and this time I'm going to get to build a red city, which means I'm going to use 1 bioplast, 1 steelplast, 1 kelp, 2 credits. All of these are going to go back in my handy little... I found this was much better than trying to use the dice trays that I sometimes use. Now, mind you, we don't connect all the way here. We still have to connect this remainder of the way. So that is something to keep in mind. We draw a card in return. And I have 2 choices here. I could either try to build a bridge. I can't build a bridge because I don't have enough credits to do so. I need 2 credits if I want to do that. So that's out. I could also upgrade, except I don't have any science, so I have to use that science and just simply get 2 science. I don't have any way to build a tunnel, do I? So that was really some short-sighted thinking there. Alright, so we're not going to activate that this round. That's unfortunate. Maybe what I just need to do is just get some stuff. Actually, I take that back. We're going to go ahead and do this one. We're going to do the red. That's going to give me another action card to do. I'm going to activate this action first. I'm going to go ahead and get 1 point plus 1 credit. Now I can build a tunnel, which is really important. That's going to go here. That was a much needed move. And then we're going to draw another card. It's a lobbyist. All right. So that is the end of 4 rounds. So we're going to take these away. And we're going to go to production. So now production is basically you going through each part here and just figuring out what you're producing. So you're going to look at the buildings. And so, for example, if we had any regular farms, plants, or laboratories, we would produce these. Our tunnels, our regular tunnel is going to produce 1 credit. So we'll go ahead and produce that credit. Upgraded, our upgraded farm is going to produce 1 kelp, plus it's going to produce 1 point. We have an upgraded desalinization plant. That's going to produce 1 credit, and it's going to produce 1 biomatter. There are bonuses if you have multiples of the same type. So for example, if I had a second upgraded farm, I would actually get 3 farms, or 3 of these plus 3 of these. So unfortunately I don't, which is unfortunate. However, finally, we're going to go down to here. For our 1 city that we do have connected, we're going to go up 2 more points. So we're up to 5 already. We're then going to reset each of these. And for each city, we need to feed them. So we're going to, oh, unfortunately, this is a bummer. We're going to lose our bioplast for this. We did not feed them enough. Had we not connected that last city, that was stupid. I should not have connected that last city. We weren't going to get anything for it. Would have been better off had we not. All right, well, that's life. Funny as it may seem. Like I said, I'm not going to spend too long worrying about how to play. I'm just going to try to get through this game really quick. All right, now the start of the round, I just need to check to see if I need to draw some cards. Because I think at the start of each round, you actually do draw cards. I could be completely wrong. All right, new cards will come into play. see page 16. It's a very pretty rule book. It is very helpful. I find it's not too bad. Okay, yeah. So from the new deck, we're now operating off this new deck. We're going to draw 3 cards total. All right. Now, we're going to choose whichever ones on here we want to pick. We'll also go ahead and advance these tokens around for round 5. So what do we want to do? This one allows us to turn food into kelp, and because we're going to try to build 2 tunnels, I think is our first move, that's probably one that we want to keep. I think I want to keep this sea vent one, and I think I want to keep the lobbyist. And everybody else. Personnel agency wouldn't be bad. It's but I think we're going to get rid of all these. Okay, so I think the first thing that we're going to start with is over here. We're going to play that, and we're going to go ahead and put this into. I forgot to get my little thing for that, so hold on. 1 steel for that. All right, we're going to do that. We're going to do 2 tunnels. So that's going to be 2 credits and 2 steel. We're going to place 2 tunnels, and we're going to place them here, and we're going to place them here. What that does is it gives us food, and it gives us 2 more credits. Plus, we automatically connect to this, so we're going to go up 1 on the Federation track, and we're going to draw another card. All right, so smuggling would be nice, except we have no credits whatsoever to work with. This would just simply allow us to get a credit, which would be nice. I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this first. We might end up doing both of them. We're going to get 1 more credit here, or 1 more Federation here, which means we get both a credit from the card and a credit from the Federation track. We also get to do this now. So we're going to use 1 steel and 1 credit to put another tunnel in. And we're going to put the tunnel in. I think we're going to put the tunnel in here. I could go here, but I kind of want to leave that open. So for a future thing, that might be good for getting Federation stuff going. We're going to go ahead and activate this one. This will give us another point and another credit. And then draw a card. Okay. This allows me to exchange steel plus for science and vice versa. So the problem is I really need stuff. I think I'm going to go over here for my other one, and I'm going to get 1 science, and I'm going to get 1 food. I'm going to activate an action card, so I'll activate that, and I'll get 1 steel out of it. In addition, this allows me to turn a food into biomatter. Draw a card to replace. And we're at the end of round 5, so we'll take all our blues back. Still no greens, which is a little frustrating. All right. So now I kind of want to get a city going. I'd love to get a city up here. I'd also like to get a city down here, but this is going to require an extra 3 credits plus plus kelp. We do have to get some stuff going though. And the smuggling is not going to help because I'm not going to be able to get the credit for activating this action. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do free trade tunnel here. This will allow me to use 1 steel, 1 kelp, 2 of these. this will allow me to build another city. We're going to do this one here because I do want to get that built soon. This should come back down. And then the only thing that we can really do is build either a lab, which would not be a bad idea, or a... No, we can only build a lab. That's the only thing that we can build. So we're going to go ahead and build a lab. We'll go ahead and build one. Let's build one here. We'll save this for another farm, save this for another desalinization plant. All right, and then we're going to get a card and return. We're not doing great. I will say that. I kind of need some kelp. I need something. I need items. So I think we're gonna go here with this. We'll play this. This is now a permanent effect. So we'll get stuff first. We'll get food and we'll get science. And then we'll activate the action card. So we get to build a farm for the usual cost. We'll build that here. Then we also get a card in return. Finally, I think we've got to do a red. I mean, there's no other way to do this. Oh, and we have to click that, and we also have to draw a card. So drawing a card, we have another production thing. If we have every 2 connected upgraded laboratories will produce an additional kelp. That'll be nice. I don't know if that's really going to be helpful. There's a part of me that wants to go for this over here. I'm not going to be able to get the tunnel, unfortunately, which means I'm also going to not get, I'm going to have to not get Federation this time around. There's a part of me that wants to upgrade, but I can't upgrade over there. I could upgrade down here. That's going to give me an opportunity to improve one of those tunnels, which will get me steel. Won't give me much else, unfortunately. I really want a tunnel on that spot over there. Can't do anything on the Federation track. Yeah, really not seeing much of anything that I can do at all. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to play over here to that. This is going to give me another production thing that really won't kick in for a while. I get 2 more cards. Well, and I had to toss one of these too. I'm going to toss this green one. We're going to get 2 more cards now. In addition, we can use a science to upgrade. We're going to upgrade a tunnel. Then because we upgraded a tunnel, we're going to get a steel. And if we wanted to, we could pay a credit to get an extra point and a card, but we don't have that. So then we're going to draw, and we have to drop back down. Rush job would allow us to build a laboratory or a farm. Might not be a bad idea, except we have nothing to build with. This red card means that one of our cities does not need kelp. We will definitely keep that one, and we'll keep this action one here. So these are the 3 that we're keeping. All right, end of the round. We're going to go off to round 7. We're going to remove all these. And everybody here advances. We did not reach the Federation track this time around, so we are going to have to include an extra... flip over the top card of the current era deck. It's got a small number on the bottom, and it's really difficult to see. I'm not even sure if you can see that. but this is 95. So 95, we add the digits together to get 14. So 14, we're going to go basically starting here with 1, it's going to go all the way around, and it's going to end up here, because it skips this one, I think. So I think that's how you do it. Yeah, that is exactly how you do it. So that is off limits to us, which is unfortunate. That would have been a good one to get. All right, so this is our last round before we go into the next production phase. We do want to get some Federation out of this, but we also want to get some other stuff. I think we definitely want to get this green in play here, so we're going to start here. We're going to get 2 food, 2 steel, and 1 kelp. And this is going to become part of our scoring now. And then we are going to pull this. We get a lobbyist, which would allow us to some fun stuff there. I think what we're going to do is we're going to activate this card here by picking this slot. We can't do 1 of each, so we'll do 2. We'll do 2 more labs. We'll do the 2 labs here and here. I don't think I have any spots that would be really good for this. We'll do it down here. This poor city's starting to feel a little neglected. In addition, the card itself is an action card, which doesn't kick in yet. We're going to draw a card to replace it. And then we're going to activate over here. We'll activate this one for 2 more points to bring us to 10. We will go ahead and get 2 more pieces. I think we're going to get one of these and one of these. And unfortunately, that's not quite enough. Oh, we need a card to actually play, so we're going to play this. So they can get 1 point off here, so we don't have to worry about this being on the next round. And I think that's it. All right. That is everything. That is the round. I could have played this one and given myself an extra farm. Might not have been a bad idea. I kind of wanted 1 more turn to be able to start upgrading things, because I'm way behind here, as you can tell. But let's go ahead and do the production. For the production, we have 1 regular farm that'll produce 1 food. We have 1 farm that is upgraded, so that is going to be 1 food, 1 point. Had we managed to upgrade that other farm, we'd be getting 3 food, 3 points. We have 1 upgraded desalinization plant, so we're going to get 1 biomatter plus 1 credit. We have 3 laboratories, so we're going to get a whole bunch of science and a whole bunch of steel. Finally, we have 1, 2, 3 regular tunnels. Those are going to give us 1 credit each. We have 2 upgraded tunnels. Those are going to give us 1 credit each. Plus, we're going to upgrade. We're going to go 2 more points. For our 2 connected cities, our 1 connected city, I'm sorry, I never did get a chance to connect that. So in fact, we do not count all of these cities, or all of the labs. We do get 2 more points. And then we go ahead and get our credits here. We're going to get 1 more credit plus 1 more of those. We do not have 2 connected upgraded laboratories. That would be over here. But we do not need kelp for one of our cities, so we only need 2 kelp. All right. Then we're going to reactivate all of our actions. And then that's it. So now we're going to draw 3 cards from the current deck. It's a whole bunch of stuff. It's all greens, and then we have to figure out which 3 we're going to keep. So I think we keep these 2 just because they're the only ones that we actually have. This is an end of game thing. Basically, you can buy points by spending 1 biomatter per point. That would be nice. This is 1 science will give you 1 kelp, 1 star, and 2 things. I think we're going to keep these and this. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. It's probably a bad idea. Feel free to yell at me. All right, let's get started. We need to build some stuff. First of all, let's take our blues back. We did manage to get 1 point on the Federation track, and everything else advances by 1. We need to get some... We definitely need to get some cities built. We need 3 cities to build. We need to build 3 cities at some point. And so as you can see, we're running out of time to do so. We're also running out of... I mean, this whole thing is just a nightmare. We're going to go... We are going to go over here first. We're going to build a city. We've got 1 of each of these plus 2 credits. So we're going to build another really fancy, nifty city. Oh, and I forgot the production down here. There's a production of 2 points for that, which we should have gotten that round. We should not have gotten that the previous round, but we should have gotten it that round. So we're going to get this. We're going to put this here. And then we get to build some buildings. So we're going to build farms, I think. We get to build 1 farm. And we'll go ahead and build that. Let's build this down here. Why not? Why not? All right, and we had to play this, so we get to build 1 additional place. We can build... Let's go ahead and build in a lab here. All right, we're going to draw another card. And what do we want to do next? We definitely want to do this over here. Industrial espionage, draw 2 cards, or we'll get 1 credit. I think we're just going to take the credit, honestly. Because we need to build tunnels, and for that we'll need credits and other fun stuff. We're going to go here and here, which now we have a fully connected city of 5. We still need to get 2 more cities in. But we did get a Federation out of that, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. All right. And then I think we want to do a bunch of upgrades. So we're going to play this last one over here. We can do this 3 times. Use 3 science. And we're going to upgrade this last food over here, this farm over here. We're also going to go ahead and upgrade these 2 over here. All right. And then this is the one that we're using for that. We can exchange the last science that we have for another card, another credit, and a star. And I'm thinking that might not be a bad thing to do. Let's go ahead and do it. It's probably a stupid idea. Sorry. Plus 1 credit, plus 1 card, and then we'll get another card to draw at the end of our turn. All right, so we have to figure out one of these to get rid of. I think we're going to keep Federal Grant just because I kind of like the idea of getting another steal out of this. I think we're going to get rid of Special Delivery. No, we're going to keep... Yeah, we're going to get rid of Special Delivery. Take all these back. And we're going to advance these 1 by 1. Okay, so... This is sort of forced, but we are going to grab this first to get 2 steel, 1 food, and then whatever's on the card, which is 1 steel. We're going to do, I guess, this end game scoring, which we're going to make some space over here for. And we're going to activate this over here. We're going to get 1 credit, 1 star. Star. And then we're going to get 2 additional materials. And when we activate one of these actions, when we do that, am I missing cards? I'm missing cards, aren't I? I forgot to draw cards, I think. Why do I feel like I'm missing a card? that's right, because that went over there. So yeah, I should have 2 more cards here. Sorry. So activating that, this allows me to exchange metal for science. I think I'm going to do that. I think I can only do it once. And then I'm going to grab some materials here. So I'm going to grab another science and another. Let's grab another steel. And then I'm going to need to put a city in. Yeah, I'm going to do a city. I'm going to do this one, which is build a city for 1 less credit and 1 less kelp. So if I do just the regular city, it's 2 steel and that's it. And that's actually really helpful. I'm going to put that one here. I'm going to draw a card. And that's the end of the turn. I don't think we actually got any Federation on that one. I think I forgot to move us down. So we're going to pull these up, advance everybody around. I'm not worried about Federation on this last one. But this is card number 131. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to block that one off. That's fine. I kind of want the tunnels, but I need some materials first. I think the only place I can get steel is from over there. And we don't have an orange. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate this over here using this card. This will become part of my scoring at the end of the game. I'm going to use 1 science to activate, upgrade a tunnel. When I upgrade a tunnel, I can then get 1 steel. I could also spend 1 credit to get a star and a card. I'm going to do that. In addition, I also get the 2 cards here. And I think that's everything. Did I? Yeah, because that was the card I played. So that should be good. Now I have to drop back down to 2, and I should be all the way up there. This is the second to last round, or this is the last round, I mean. So if it's the last round and I have 2 more turns to play, there are only 2 more cards that are actually going to be of any benefit whatsoever. I do need to get 1 more city done, and I need to get. I need to get 2 more. I need to get 2 more city, 1 more city, and 2 more bridges. So I want to keep the orange and the green, and then it doesn't really matter to me which of these I keep, because I'm not going to be able to play them. All right, we're going to do Federal Grant. We'll do this one first, over here on the tunnels. That's going to take these 2. And I sort of screwed myself because now I can't really do the city. So that was stupid. Because no matter what, I'm not going to have enough resources. Yeah, I just shot myself in the foot. Because what I need is I need some way to get this city built, and I did not give myself any way to do that. I get a kelp out of this, but I really need one of these action cards. Oh boy. All right. Well, it was a nice try. Oh, and this is in the wrong spot anyway. This should have been over here. Oh well. Yeah, because I'm seeing nothing that's going to be able to actually do that for me. Like, this action card would be useful if there were a way for me to actually activate it. had I gone city first, then action and bridge over there, I might have been able to get an additional steel. But I don't think there's any way that I could do this. Yeah, I was a little stupid with how I did the bridges. I really didn't need this many bridges to connect things. What I really needed was a bridge that would, like one additional bridge that would connect over here. So you kind of want one straight line, but yeah, I did not do enough to finish this off. So we're just going to go ahead and do our last turn. I don't think it's really anything that's worth doing. Because again, I don't have any way to get the steel that I need for the last city. Because this doesn't become active right away. All right, let's just go ahead and do this. We'll build a farm. How about that? We'll just build a farm. That's all we're going to do is we're going to build a farm. Nothing else. We can't do anything else. We'll just get one farm out here. There we go. All right. So now the end of the game production. We'll go ahead and kick in. We have, let's see, connected 2 farms, 2 regular farms. So we'll get 2 kelp for that. Plus we have this lovely little doohickey down here. This is going to give us 3 food. And then 3 stars. For desalinization plants, we have 1 double plant. That's going to give us 1 kelp, 1 credit. Then we're going to have a laboratory. We've got 2 connected laboratories. That's going to give us 2 science, 3 steel. We also have 2 regular laboratories. That's just going to give us 2 science each. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regular tunnels. So that's going to give us 6 credits. Then for each of our 3 upgraded ones, we're going to get 1 more credit each. So that's going to just do a little exchange there. 1, 2, 3. Then finally, we are going to come down to our cities. We got 3 of them. We are going to get 2 points for each of those. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we also do the cards. So we're going to get 1 more credit, 1 more steel. During production, you gain 1 additional kelp for every 2 connected upgraded laboratories. So we're going to get 1 more kelp for that. Finally, as far as counting the amount of food, we are only going to need 5 food because we can successfully say that one of them is not connected, or one of them self-sufficient, however you want to phrase that. And then we go on to scoring. For scoring purposes, when we get 2 more credits, 2 more down here that I keep forgetting about. And that's it for production. For scoring, I can trade 2 credits in for 2 points. I will go ahead and do that. I can trade in one of these as many times as I want. Which is good. Let's do the scoring. So for the scoring here, you start off with this green one, provided you connect it to it. Now we didn't do that, so that's out. We also did not. We also just did our cards, so those are taken care of. For every city and tunnel, you get 2 points. If there is 1 unique building around it, you get 3. 2 unique buildings around it, you get 4, and 3 unique buildings around it, you get 5. So that's kind of what I was saying earlier about it being really important to diversify, or 6 actually, to diversify the types of buildings. So for that first one, we're going to get 3. 1, 2, 3. For the second one, we're going to get 3. 1, 2, 3. For the third one, we're only going to get 2 points. For this middle one, we're going to get 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for the bottom 2, we're going to get 2 points for that first one here. And then for this one over here, we're going to get another 4 points. Finally, for every one of these, you can trade these in for kelp. I'm really hoping that I'm still recording, because I thought my time off thing was less than that. So each one of these counts as one. The way that this works out is essentially each one of these resources counts as one, except for bio, which counts as 2. But we traded all our bio points earlier. For every 4 credits you have, you get 1 point. So for every 4 of these, essentially, I can give myself 1 more point. So for 4 science, 1 point. For 2 steel, 1 kelp, 1 science, 1 point. For 2 steel, 2 credits, 1 point. For 10, 2 points. And that is it for the game. Now, I ended up with a score of 61. I had to get 100. And I ended up needing 7 cities, and I got 6. So, as you can see, I am either doing something horribly wrong or I'm very bad at this game. But nonetheless, I don't know why I enjoy it. I really enjoy this game. I think that this is a very elegant game. I love this mechanic here with the cards. I love this mechanic here with the pieces that go around. It never feels like it's too awkward where it's getting in the way. Like, you never feel like you're being that thwarted, but you are being thwarted somewhat. I don't know if better luck of the cards would have helped, but obviously I did not do a very good job here. Let me know what you would have done differently. Obviously, now that you know what cards are going to come up, what cards came up during this, how you might have handled building cities better. I do think that had I actually thought about my network tunnel structure, might have made a huge difference. Also, I feel like I keep forgetting that laboratories are really helpful to build at the beginning of the game, because you get the necessary science and steel, especially upgraded labs, to really get your engine going. And I never really felt like in this game I had much of an engine to work with. I feel like I just sort of plotzed along and just let the cards be what they may. So, lesson for the next game. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Until then, I have been Foggy, and please do all the YouTube things. Click like, click subscribe, and please continue to follow me throughout this journey of idiocy. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.